Hey everybody, it's Mary and Carrie, and we're excited to just host this very casual Q&A. I know a lot of times people don't want to go to a big Zoom with hundreds and hundreds of people because you don't get to ask your questions. It can feel overwhelming. So we just put together a couple slides. Thank you for your interest and in digital marketing and what we're doing. And if you have questions, please just put them in the chat or come off the mute and let us know what your questions are. So what we really want to share with you today are three of the most common questions people ask about how to start an online business with a proven blueprint. And what we love about this is that this program is proven, okay? Because it's been proven, because Michelle O'Neill created it and it's been tested in the field. We have what, 53,000 people in the community using it. Um, Multiple people who've made it into the six figures, as well as I think we have 15 millionaires in South Africa. So it is a proven blueprint. And I liked that because I didn't want to have to figure all this out on my own. But before we dive into all of that, I'll let Carrie introduce us a little bit. Carrie, if you want to do this slide.
Yep. Sorry, Rebecca was asking for the link.
Oh, that's okay. Go ahead.
I sent it to her. Okay. Yeah, so my name is Carrie. Mary and I actually met during our last corporate job together. And we worked very closely together, and we just became really close friends, and we started actually in the online business right away. Even so both of us, as you can see, we came from education. We did professional development for a little bit, and then we both lost our jobs, as you can see, on a team Zoom call. We were both laid off at the same time. Cut for me, I always just remember Mary saying that she threw their laptop across the room. Always makes me laugh. But for myself, I was completely devastated. I felt very betrayed, actually. I felt misled, and I felt like I worked so hard and worked my way up, and then they laid me off, and I was laid off for about 6 months. And prior to that, I've always been a very hard worker, always had like a side hustle, always been in that paycheck cycle. I have 3 kids, so I'm definitely in debt, with all the medical bills and all that. So I didn't really have a plan B. And probably 8 months in, I did get employed, luckily, but I was getting half of what I was making from my previous job. So I needed to supplement my income. And then I came across this opportunity. Oh, there's Rebecca. I came across this opportunity. Actually, Mary, it was a friend of hers, and she's like, Carrie, oh my gosh, we need to learn more about this. Because and you knew her, and it was just, she was simply doing the things that you do with this business, and that's how we learned about it. But I'm going to let you go ahead and talk about your story.
Yeah, that was my second corporate layoff in 7 years, and I felt really more than betrayed. I kind of felt foolish that I had let that happen to me again, and that I had only had one income stream and it was taken away from me. Hey, Rebecca, nice
Hey.
to see you. So Carrie and I started to realize there was a better way, and I wanted to do it without all the stress and long hours because at age 59, I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to do 10-hour days. I didn't want to work till I was 70, even though that's what it was going to look like. Carrie's
Mhm.
got 3 kids at home and she has other passions. So we were like, the 2-hour work day, that was really
It's
intriguing to
appealing.
us. That
Yeah.
was super appealing. So we want to just, our main goal for today, we're going to keep this short and sweet, but as if you guys have any questions, we will stay on as long as you need to. That's not a problem. We want to help you make an informed decision because this industry, and we're not just talking about our program, but we're talking about the e-learning industry, the digital, the whole digital age right now is a $1 billion a day industry currently. I believe it's Forbes that is predicting it to be at 3 billion a day by 2027. And if you've been on any of my lives on TikTok, what I've been saying is if you're not learning these skills, you're being left behind. I think about people who are like, I don't want to be on the internet. And then the internet was like, you have to be on the internet. And then I don't want a cell phone. And then even up until a couple years ago, I had friends who only had flip phones. They wouldn't even get a smartphone. And it's like, eventually you get left behind and you don't have a choice. So learning these skills, I mean, it's just mind blowing because everything is online. And I always just say to the people that are on my TikTok lives, did you buy something online in the last year that you learned from? And they're all like, yeah, I bought an ebook, I bought a digital download, I bought a course, I bought a program, I bought coaching. And I'm like, did you make money from it? They're like, no, of course not. I bought it and it was just for me. And I'm like, what if you could buy 4 programs that you can learn from just for you, but you could also make money from? I mean, it's like a no-brainer. It's when I heard
Right.
about it. So we're going to just kind of highlight the top 3 questions that are most common. But again, if you guys chime in at any point with your questions, and because I don't know where you all are with your thinking or, maybe what you're concerned about or what's holding you back or what you'd like to know to make that decision.
Mhm.
So Carrie, since you are our technology resident expert, I'm going to let you tackle this question.
Yeah, so a lot of people ask me, do you have to be, because when you think of digital, right, you think of all tech. And I know, like Rebecca, we all work together. You all were like, you're so techie. Okay, you don't have to be techie with this. What I love about this business is that you are being walked through every step of the way. Like your hand is being held through every social media platform, whatever you choose. You're literally learning from beginning to end how to create a social media channel, how to we do there's tutorials in there if like you want to use Canva, if you want to do faceless. So we have a video for that. You know how they say we have an app for that. There's a video for that. If it's not in there, we have a community and we create videos because that's just who we are. We love to create content for you guys and help you all. But when it comes to the tech part, like the website, you get a pre-built website. And then you also will receive an automated system that is free. Now that all sounds, if you are not if you are not familiar with that terminology, that may scare you, but don't let that scare you because you will get walked through every step of the way on how to plug in. It's a plug and play system. So you get your pre-built website, you plug in your story. Okay. You get your email templates, you plug in your story, you plug in the links. As a matter of fact, I know Elizabeth, you had did your updated emails and you had followed the step-by-step videos, and it walks you through how to do all of that. So when it comes to being techie, um, you're gonna have the support. We're gonna walk you through it. They're bite-sized videos. In addition to that, we have tech support. So
Yeah.
you'll be able to jump on live calls and ask questions if you have any any questions and it might be like the URL. Like that might be the hardest thing, like connecting your URL. But again, there's tech support. So you'll be walked through that. We even have people who will set up the whole system for you if you don't want to go through all the things.
Right. Right.
So yeah. So if there anything you have to add for that for the
I was just
techie?
gonna say today on my live, someone asked me, "Were you doing TikTok lives before you started this program?" And I was like, "No, I wasn't even on TikTok." And I
No, that's
always
the
joke
one.
about this because I always say, I used to tell Carrie, I'm never gonna be on TikTok.
She
So
did.
anything that I've learned about TikTok has come from this training in this
Yeah.
program.
Yeah, that's a good point. You don't have to and we'll talk about the 2-hour workday, but um you when it comes to live, you do that when you're ready. It is an optional, but of course we're going to recommend it because it's, you're building trust, right? With the community, with your prospects, with your customers. But we didn't go live, I think, until a few months. I just started
Yeah.
going live actually. So I've been doing this for more than a few months. So you just kind of go at your own pace. That's the nice thing about this program. The motto is you are earning while you're learning. So I always call myself a lifelong learner. I'm always learning. You're always going to be learning from this program, and then applying it every day as you build your content. You're going to see yourself grow. It's really interesting.
Yeah. And I love, they've always had the tech support, but now they actually have 2 live calls a week, and there's a tech support team. And
Yeah,
of course you guys have us and Carrie. A lot of times we just help you guys figure it out before we even send you to the team. So
right. Yeah.
um, okay. The other question we get is this, the 2 hour workday. Like, how much time do I really need to invest each day? Because for me, coming from the corporate world where I worked 10, sometimes 12 hours a day, the thought of doing something for only 2 hours and making as much or more money seemed like, just an insane dream. I mean, it was just a dream to me
Yeah.
to get my life back. Like, you mean I don't have to work till 6 p.m. every night and triple document all my work and,
Mhm.
follow up with 100 emails? I could go to the pool when I'm done. So, really, truly, I will be honest with you, I invest about 2 hours. Now, I do invest more because Carrie and I have added a community, and we do training, but again, that's what we love to do. I also invest in the training, but honestly, the training is those videos that you're going to see in the training modules, three
Mhm.
minutes, 4 minutes. I think the longest might be 8 minutes. They're not a lot, and you tackle it as you can. So in that 2 hour workday, I'll tell you what I do, and then Carrie, you can kind of share your day. It's a little bit different, but I try to do 2 to 3 posts on social media a day. So I'm really good about two on TikTok and maybe one on Facebook. And then I go live for an hour. So that's like another, so that there I'm already at like an hour and a half. And then I'll, check email, answer people's questions, and then I do copy and paste free ads. And all that training is included in there. And I found a free ad site that I just do 10 ads a day. That's just a way to get leads and tell more people about the program. And literally that's it. And then throughout the day, you're going on social media to answer questions, but we're all on social media anyway. So you might as well use it to build your business instead of just scrolling and watching fun videos like my husband does all day. So, but Carrie, I think your day is
And
pretty
mine.
similar. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that this was definitely one of the things that sold me because I've done like over a dozen side hustles. Sometimes I'm embarrassed to say it, but I have because I not because I wanted to, but I've always had a habit. And I used to stay up till like 4 in the morning. Guys, I remember during maternity leave, I was pregnant and I was learning about like Etsy print on demand, and I'd sit there all day building my store. Like, wow. So then when I saw that, okay, 2 hours, tell me more. So my 2 hour workday, what I love is that this literally works around my busy life. I got 3 kids and a husband, and I'm doing a lot of the things because he works overtime. So I'm basically doing this on the go. So I sit in the carpool lane in front of my kids' school, so you'll see a lot of my content being done in the car. I do a lot of like videos like of like scenery, like we went to the beach, so I'll do like videos of the beach and put text on the front. There's like different ways like you guys will learn how to build the content. So I am literally doing this in the pockets of my day when it comes to building content. My lives I do before work, and I just started that, so I'm still trying to get accustomed to that work flow part. And then when it comes to training, I do it on the weekends because that's when I'm doing a lot of my house chores and my house reset and folding laundry. So I do a lot of my trainings during the weekend. And that's not really part of the 2 hour workday, that's outside of it. But what I love in the program when it comes to the training aspect is that Michelle O'Neill, the founder, she creates 2 to 5 minute daily videos of strategies that you can implement, actionable things that you can implement in your business like that day of. And they're just
Yeah.
strategies to help you get to 10K
Yeah.
in a month.
And
Yeah.
you don't have to do like a bunch of training to start earning. You can
No.
literally start the training,
Slow and steady.
make a couple social media posts, and you
Yeah.
get interested people, and immediately you can start earning while you're still learning. So that's what I love about it. It's not like, oh, I got to go to college for 4 years, get this degree before I can ever make money. You're literally, I think my first sale was in 4 days, and I
Yeah.
was barely touching the training, but I was just implementing every little thing as soon as I learned it. So, Yes.
Yeah, she gives you it's called a launch to profit. So you get a 7-day, it's to get you in profit mode within a week. So,
Yeah.
and she'll give you a video that explains every single day what to do. So she's kind of giving you like a quick skill set 101 every single day of what to post.
Yeah. And it builds momentum pretty quickly.
Mhm.
So the other question, and then we'll open this up to your questions, is how does the Legacy Builders program actually help me earn income? And we kind of already discussed this, that you get these 4 training programs, but they're an earn while you learn. So like I said before, like you've bought courses and ebooks and things like that, and they're just for you to consume. You also guys may be familiar. How many of you, just raise your hand, are familiar with network marketing or multi-level marketing, where you get, 20%, maybe what, 30% if
Right.
you sell a product. In this case, you're earning 100% because there is no upline. So nobody's earning from your profits. You literally own the rights to resell these programs if you choose to do that. And that's where the income producing comes in. So you immediately have the 4 income streams if you join at the legacy builders level, and you have the opportunity to resell those programs immediately. The other way it helps you earn money is just as you learn, you can add on to that. So, like Carrie said, I like to do Etsy, I like to do this. You're learning all kinds of strategies. For me personally, I'm a writer. I knew that in order for me to promote my writing, I had to build my social media following. And I was really floundering in that area because a publisher won't even look at you. The first thing they ask is, how many people are following you on social media and how many do you have on an email list? So that was the skill set that I was dying to learn. But then I realized that I could also earn from these programs, which would basically, it supports my habit. I get to write now for 8 hours a day because I only have to do this for 2 hours a day. So I saw this as a win-win all the way around. So that's basically all it is. It's just promoting and reselling those programs. But you're getting that 100% profit. So at $900 a sale, you're not getting 90 like you would with network marketing. You're getting the whole 900. Of course, PayPal will take their piece from you, but other than
Mhm.
that, it all goes into your account. So that's how it works. And then, Carrie, is there anything else on here that you wanted to kind of like highlight? This isn't all the benefits, these are just the ones that I chose that I think of more often.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say the most valuable thing I'm getting from this are the skills that I'm learning. Like Mary said with her writing, like I have a nonprofit organization, so I was excited because I called my sister the other day and I'm learning about all this like email funnel, building an email list. I didn't know any of this before I started. And I'm like, "Oh, ChatGPT, you learn how to use ChatGPT, you know? Like you're learning all this stuff." And I'm like, "Oh, we could do this for our organization." So I just think it's really valuable way. And instead of instead of investing in a college course, you are literally getting educational knowledge from these courses that pay for itself, as you sell it. So anyhow, I just think
And
it's
the
valuable
in the
time.
community, we, everyone is put into a community where you can ask questions, you can share wins, you can share ideas.
Mhm.
People are like today, somebody was sharing all about, changes in TikTok. Where else would I have learned that if somebody hadn't done the homework and posted about that? So I was like, thank you. And then what I did was I took all that information, I put it into ChatGPT, and I said, give me the Cliffs Notes version. So I had notes there. Like these are the kind of skill sets like you're learning inside the program. And the community is built on cooperation, not competition. I always say that
Yes,
because
love
we're
that.
not competing for anybody's customers or anything like that. It's not like that. Nobody's taking a cut of anybody. You're building your own business, but you have people that will help you, if you get stuck or just need motivation or anything like that. So that's what we love about it. There's so much more. We could go on and on, but we wanted to keep it short and sweet, and we wanted to open it up for questions. And so if you guys, want to unmute or you can use the chat, let us know what you're thinking, concerns, questions, fears.
Hey, I have a couple of questions. quite frankly, I've not really explored this very deeply. So I'm asking probably too broad a question. But because it's like I see that there's a car, but I don't know what kind of car it is. And I don't know if it's a Beamer or if it's
Right.
Yugo. Y'all are too young to remember. Y'all are
Oh no,
too
I
young
remember
to
a
remember
Hugo. I
a
have a
Yugo.
Hugo story, but I'll tell that later. You go.
Okay. I mean, so I'm like, from where I'm understanding that there are these four programs that one uses or learns a skill
Yeah.
set from and then makes themselves marketable for
Right.
having done so. But from where is the income derived? And so then when you're actually doing your live, trying to promote I'm assuming promote your product and your social
Mhm.
media, what is the product and from where is the income derived?
Mhm.
What makes this work?
Carrie, you want to answer that? And I'm going to click over to my sales page and look for something.
Yeah, so basically, as Mary said, what the secret sauce here is that when you purchase this educational program, there are different levels of education, right, that you can invest in. So we have a 100, 300, 600, and 900. The higher in value you go, the more education you're receiving, if that makes sense. With every purchase that like your customer gets when they
Yeah.
purchase, they're going, and this is the pre-built website, by the way, that you would get. It's like a business in a box, I like to call it. But they will be able to select which program they would like to purchase, and then that's connected to your what we use is System IO, which is the I don't even know what to call that, Mary. But
It's
basically you
your
have payment gateway
yeah.
that you're
Mhm.
connecting. So when they make payment, it goes directly to your whatever, like PayPal, for example. It'll go directly to your PayPal. So let's say they invest in the $600 program. Do you have like the if you scroll down more, Mary, it gives you all three. So this is the 900, but scroll down more a little bit. So they go on your website and here's okay. So this is only three of them. There's actually four, but it's right above it, right? So if they say, okay, I'd like to invest in the passive daily blueprint, the $300 program. So if they invest in the 300, they will also receive the program below it, which is the 100. So you're getting two streams of income, which means you're getting master resell rights for those two, which means you can resell those two programs. And then, of course, you can always upgrade. But let's say they go into the 600, then they're going to get three streams of income. They're going to get the 600, the 300, and the 900. So Mary and I felt like, well, it makes sense to get the 900 because then if we invest in the 900, then we're going to receive four streams of income, which in return, like gives you guys more options because that's what we have the resell rights on. You know what I mean? So you have more variety, more options. And then with every level, as I mentioned, there's more involved. Like the legacy program has exclusive webinars. If you want to, you could even go as far as creating your own programs with resell rights. But it has tons of value in there. And if there's anything else, Mary, that I'm not relaying, go ahead.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I always like to tell people that, and I'll scroll through this. And again, if you guys are already on our email list, you have access to this. You can scroll through at other times. But I always say this is no lie. I would say to my husband, because I knew people were making money online. I tried blogging, I tried different things. And I would say to my husband, wow, I know I'm a smart person. If somebody would just give me a step-by-step framework and tell me exactly what to do,
Mhm.
do this, do this, do this, do this, just like we did in PD, right, Rebecca? If somebody would just walk me through and hold my hand, I know I could do this. And then I found this and I said, oh, somebody heard my prayer, like it created the
Yeah.
exact thing that I wanted. And so, and that is what people love about it. It is literally the step by step because
Yeah.
this website is done for you. And then like she'll tell you, and literally somebody asked me, well, where do I start training? I said, right here where it says start here. I mean, it literally will walk you through module by module. So these are just some of the things that you're going to see in here. Go ahead, question.
Okay, so once you have the platforms or you have the tools,
Yeah.
Yep.
what is it that you're doing? Is it a product or your own product? This is the product? I'm a
This
little
is
confused.
this is the product. These
This
4
is the product.
programs.
So
Yeah.
what would a person want this for?
Do you want to show them the Kajabi? Do you want to show
Yes,
them?
I thought I had that open. Hold on.
And I
Yeah,
apologize for being late.
No,
Y'all, I
that's
may have
okay,
missed
Rebecca. We
something.
get that question all the time. Like we get
there's
that all the
this
time.
is yeah, what people ask me is this, is there inherent value in the program other than reselling the program? And I'm like, yes, absolutely. And that's why I bought it. So for example, I bought Legacy Builders and it's been upgraded. So it's just called 2.0 now. That's what you guys will see. There are also bonuses like Carrie talked about. If you want to learn ChatGPT, if you want to learn Canva, if you want to learn a particular social media like LinkedIn, there's bonus training in here. But what I wanted was to learn all of this stuff. I wanted to learn marketing and social media. I wanted to learn how to attract customers. I wanted to master storytelling in social media and build and video content. I wanted to learn how to brand. I wanted to do all this because I'm writing. I'm writing on Medium. I'm writing on Substack. I'm learning all this, how to craft your message. Okay. So these are the things. But in the meantime, I get to resell the same training program that I'm doing. So it's just like, let's say you bought, I thought about this the other day, like you buy a car. When you turn around and turn that car in, the car dealer sells it again. And the next person brings it back, the car dealer sells it again. And then somebody sells it on eBay. Like that same car can be sold multiple times in its life. This is never going to go away because it's all digital. So instead of selling oils or candles and making 20% profit, you're selling digital training programs. You don't have to stock anything. You don't have monthly fees. You don't have to ship anything, and your customers are learning the valuable skills that they want to learn. Like there was somebody in the program just the other day that said, I just made $900 and it wasn't even from this program. It was because this program taught me how to make my own course. So you have options with this, and the value is in the program itself, the training, but then you have the value of getting those 4 income streams to start your own business. Does that help, Rebecca?
I think so. Yeah, these are the tools. And then I'm not exactly, and obviously there's a feature on affiliate marketing and partnership, but I'm not really sure how you
It's
market this kind of thing. I'd have to look at what you all are doing to market what it
it's
is that you're doing.
essentially teaching you how to market it. And
Yes.
that's so the learning of how to market this is the skill set that you're building. Like that's the skill, right? So you're learning attraction marketing. You're
Mhm.
also you're learning how to identify your perfect customer. So think about it, like how would this translate in your own business, right? Well, you're learning how to attract your perfect customer. So in this program, you're learning how to identify, you're also learning how to storytell. So through our content, and you'll see, like, if you go on our emails, you'll see on the bottom of my email, you'll see my TikTok. That's what I'm doing. I'm learning how to storytell, and I'm learning how to promote this program. But while I'm doing that, I'm gaining a skill set as well, because now that I know how to identify my perfect customer, now that I know how to storytell and promote this, I could do that with my nonprofit organization.
Do it for anything. We could do it for anything.
I could
Yeah.
do it with my Etsy shop. I can do it for any other affiliate program. I could, because I know how to promote a digital product online. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Mhm.
And it's
So
basically kind of like just doing the videos on TikTok or Facebook or Instagram, picking those platforms to market to those people. So, and then the
So I
same,
guess,
right.
so I guess if you're using that social media platform, whatever it is,
Whichever.
it's this is packaged or marketed in a way that for people who are looking for these tools perhaps, and that's how they stumble upon them.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. But
Yes.
and it also depends on where you want to take it. Some people just do this to resell and have it as their full-time business.
Right.
Some people do this to just learn the skill set to be able to apply to the organization, to Medium, to a dog walking company, whatever it is that you're trying to build. And then also, Rebecca, you could use any platform. You might have seen Mary or myself occasionally post on LinkedIn.
Yeah,
We're not doing videos.
right.
We're doing a different technique that we've learned in this program on how to
Yeah.
promote.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and then remember how you reached out to me, right? That's attraction marketing. That is, you're attracting people to you to ask you about the business. So you don't ever
Mhm.
have to ask anybody. We're not
Right.
going knocking on people's doors or messaging. You're learning how to attract people so they ask you questions.
Right. Okay.
Right.
I know it's
So
so hard to explain because they're so
it is hard at first, especially because we're used to the physical products, like we can wrap our head around that. But when you realize that people are buying digital products, digital programs, and all you're doing is selling them to them, that makes total sense.
yeah.
So here's, for example, every single day we were telling you, you get like a 2, 3, 5 minute video from Michelle, who's the one who created all of this. So here's an example. She does a video on day 6 of what content to create, and she'll tell you. Now today on TikTok or Facebook, you want to do a post about this, and she'll explain it. And then here, this video was the power of social media marketing. And so now we recommend that you pick one social media platform to that you want to use. But if you have a platform, like for me, I have 1,600 followers on LinkedIn. It only made sense for me to also use LinkedIn because I'm not the only one who lost my job at 58 and now I'm not unemployable. And so digital marketing is filling that niche for me, filling up my bank account. There are other people on LinkedIn and they all have that banner that says open to work. So I'm trying to educate people on LinkedIn. You don't have to keep begging for a job. You have all these skills that you acquired in your career. Why not build your own business with them? And I've got a solution for you. So there's multiple ways and reasons why people would want this information.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we always say, like, if you don't like, if social media is new to you, we always suggest TikTok because, like, I'm growing my account and I'm like at 500, but I grew it from the ground up, like from zero. I started a new account, and that's what we always recommend because you'll learn in the program that the algorithm and you'll learn how to work the algorithm and find people to follow you. You learn all of that. So,
And social media is like your storefront and it's free.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, people are selling bathing suits on TikTok and getting a small percentage of that $39 bathing suit that I bought from that girl on TikTok. True story. I could sell a digital program for $900 and get all $900. So I look at these girls, I'm like, I love your bathing suit. I'll buy it, but I know you're only getting like $7 from this
Yeah.
sale. If you come over to my side, you can get 900 because they're so good at what they do.
That was me with Color Street. I got $3.
For a set of nails. There you go. So this just in my again at 58, I wasn't going to be really getting very far with $7 sales. Like I needed, significant chunks of money. So Clyde's iPad, I think you might be Dean, right? Are you Dean? Okay, that's what I thought. Do you have any questions, Dean? Thanks for being here, by the way.
Yeah, but I don't know what I want to ask.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm 58 years old. I've been in a manufacturing. We manufacture medical devices here in South Carolina, and I've been there 39 years.
Wow.
So, my thing is, I've always pretty much worked with my hands, and I'm not like well spoken. Like yourself and Carrie and others that I've seen. So I don't know if I could like deliver the message or, you know, because this is really out of character for me. um, I was gonna try to do some Amazon video reviews and uh, end up having to be. I didn't realize that I was gonna have to like do an influencer thing to get approved for it. And I put some stuff on TikTok, but I didn't feel comfortable even doing it. I mean, so I don't know. I mean, yeah, I would like to learn, you know, and by the way, I don't know where I'm looking. So my head keeps turning or whatever. I don't, I can't figure out the camera on this thing. So, anyway, I'm not, I want to do something different and not to just replace my job right now, but it may be something I want to do, you know, and, but I also don't want to be doing another full-time job, you know, as a second job, to kill all my time. Cause I'm very, I really like my time off. I mean, and so, I mean, you know, so I don't know. I guess this teaches you how to deliver your message and I don't know. I got like 1,000 questions. I'm glad y'all had this because I wouldn't know. I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, I don't know, Mary. You invited me to the community. Can you ask questions on there a lot of times, even
Yeah.
without being, you know? Because I kind of glanced at it today and saw the TikTok rules thing that somebody had posted, and you posted the cliff notes off the chat thing, and so I was kind of looking through those, and then again, if I scroll through TikTok or either Instagram, I see a lot of these digital marketing people. So, like, I mean, how? What I'm trying to ask, how? So it's like a lot of competition. I mean, how do you like put yourself out there to get noticed for customers?
Yep.
You know, when I mean, I can, and it might be the algorithm that Carrie's talking about because that's what I look at. So that's what pops up a lot.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
You're seeing a lot because that's the algorithm.
Yeah.
Other people have never seen anything. So we have 53,000 people in our community. But when you think about 5 billion people on social media, that's literally a drop in the bucket. Not everybody on social media is looking to do this, but a lot of people are. So, for example, if you went to YouTube and you typed in that search bar, how to make, it would start populating how to make money online, how to start an online business. These are the skills that people are searching for. So in order for something to be saturated, it has to be at like 70%. And we were like at, I don't know, it's like single digits right now. So a lot of people are like, well, there's so much competition. And it's like, no, we're really pioneers right now in this field. That's what I talked about on my live today. Like, we're just pioneers. This is just getting started. And so we're learning from people who've gone before us. We're learning from those that have made the 6 figures, the 7 figures, and we are all kind of marching along behind them, and they're paving the way. But it's definitely. I want to share something with you, Dean, if you don't mind. I'm going to share my screen again because when you were talking about like.
Okay.
I don't know if I could do the social media and all that. This is like one of my favorite stories, if I could find it here. So this is Barb. And as you can see, I think she's 67. She just posted this video. If I could find it, where's her? She posted a
Probably on the
video.
top,
Is it this
right?
one right here?
No, I think it's on the top. Didn't she pin it?
No, it's this 3 point. No,
Oh
she didn't
yeah,
pin it. It's
that's
right
it.
here.
That's it.
Okay, so look at this. When you see this, I showed this to my husband. He's like, that's like the simplest video I've ever seen in my life. She didn't even like do anything. And I said, I know. And look at it. 3.9 million views. When I click on it, you're going to see thousands, tens of thousands of comments. She's gotten over 8,000 leads from this one video. If she nurtures those people correctly, she will be at six figures from one video. So now I haven't had a viral video, but every day I say, well, if Barb could do it, I could do it.
Right.
I mean, it's like, this is what I love about this program. It's like a level playing field. You know what I mean? Right, Carrie? Like it doesn't
Yeah.
matter what you come to business with, anybody can do it. So let me just play this for you because it's a really short video.
You have the
It's
sound on, Mary?
global too.
Yeah, it is. It's global. Yeah. Good point.
Yeah, it's worldwide. Let me see if it'll come up.
And
My
while
computer's being slow.
you remember to optimize. And while you're doing that, I like to add in the program, you're learning your perfect customer. So my perfect customer, my audience that I speak to are busy moms. I speak to the single married mom. That's just who I speak to, right? Who doesn't have a lot of time to make money around there. So that's who comes to me. That's who I'm drawn towards. Okay, that's my audience, right? And then some other people, I'm trying to think of other people in our community, Mary, like who their perfect customer is, but everybody has their, the entrepreneur or the side hustle queen or like if my husband, he works construction, so he might be talking more to like the construction crowd who works like you, like working with their hands, working long hours.
Well, like
Mhm.
I'm thinking of Daryl.
Oh, Daryl, yeah, he's a good one.
He was a welder by trade, lost his job, and now he's in multiple six figures doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw that video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw that video of Daryl.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But the other thing to add too, Dean, is that in the program you're learning how to use tools like ChatGPT, and you're learning how, like, she teaches you these strategies and the framework to use. You know what I mean? So like she tells you what to say in the beginning, middle, and end. She tells you have a one-line intro. That's why Mary's trying to show you how short this video is, because she's just following the framework, the storytelling sentence, the benefit, what's the solution, the 2-hour workday. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
she's giving you that framework.
So so
I'm not having success with my computer, so I'm going to stop sharing so it'll catch up. But go ahead, Dean.
so in the legacy program, like how much more money am I gonna have to put into it?
Mhm.
Say if I was to get the $900 program, how
Mhm.
much more money? Because right now you talking about websites and stuff, and I don't have a laptop. I mean, I just got this iPad and an iPhone right now, and well, my son's got one, but that's not viable for something like this. So would I have to invest in getting a laptop to run a website?
So
Most likely.
when it comes to, as far as the investment piece goes, it's just a one-time investment of the 900, and then you could do, like, we have the payment plans, or you could just do the 900. And then there's a website, a one-time website fee, which is the pre-built website. But you don't have to pay for that at all. Like, that's just a one-time thing. There's no monthly charges. You might have to pay for a URL, which is like what, $10 a year or something, Mary, or something like that. But there's no ongoing fees. So once we like to say it's low risk, because really it is. Once you make your first sale, you break even, and everything else is literally 100% profit, and goes to your whatever your payment gateway is connected. Now, in regards to setup, you thinking you could do this through your tablet as long as you have the browser. If you're able to access the browser, you can't do it on the on the apps because you need like a browser to set up those type of things. But that would be the only piece is to connect. It's the plugging in your stuff in the website, like the little, if you look at our website, you'll see there's a place where you just plug in your story, and then like the URL, like the little technical in the beginning setup. But after that, you could use your cell phone because there's an app for the community and there's an app for the program. So the initial setup, you'll want to have you want a browser. I wouldn't say your phone. I wouldn't recommend it. I don't know if anybody has set up through their phone or not.
I think it'd be almost, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear
Okay,
you.
my internet's unstable, so I took myself off camera. I think it would be, if not impossible, extremely frustrating. But I think as long as you can access the browser on your tablet, because you're going to be doing some copy and pasting. Now that being said, if you don't even want to do that initial setup, there is tech support that will do it for you. I even, the lady that I bought the program for, she did mine and she is willing to do it as well. And I would highly recommend her because I know her. So there's options there. But like Carrie said, after that, pretty much a tablet and a cell phone is perfect. Absolutely. In fact, I want to get a tablet. I want to get a tablet.
Um, so like, what's the website for? Like,
The website is okay, so that's a good question. So you get the pre-built website is pretty much the way that you collect leads. So in the program, you learn how to create the content, whether it's a picture or video, because it depends on the platform you choose. And then you leave something called a CTA, which is call to action. And then they say, oh, give me more information. Then you give them their website and they plug their email in. So I'm sure that's what you did, right? You plugged your
yeah,
email in. So what
yeah.
that does is it triggers the automated system. The automated system, you get all these email templates and it just sends out the emails for you on your behalf. It's automated. So, Rebecca, I'm sure you've seen those emails, and Cindy, you've seen the emails come in every single day. And that's why we say the automated system, we call it the freedom machine, because it's doing all the selling for you. You don't have to like keep going back and forth in email because it's informing you, it's educating you about the program. So the whole point is, and that's what you'll learn in the program, is that you want to get people in your email funnel, which is your website, to put in your email.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, so so when I get these, I'm gonna put Mary out there. When I get these emails from Mary, she's not actually sitting there replying to an email every time, right? So
No,
she probably don't even realize. Mary, do you not even realize? I mean,
no, I am replying to you.
oh well.
I am,
So
but
how does that? I mean,
so what happens is there is a system that the email, so my first email that you got, the picture with the dog, then the next email, so we give you that set of emails. Now I did tweak mine. I put my picture in, I changed my wording, but that's all set up. So the first time you get the email, and then the next day you get the next one, and it triggers it to go. So it's just a trigger. So I'm not over there sending you an email every day, but when you reply to me, I am replying to you because I'm like, oh,
So it's
thank you.
Well, I mean,
it's like MailChimp or something like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, well, I mean that. I mean, I'm not. I'm. I'm not saying you wouldn't do that, but I appreciate you doing that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, because you say you got to. I'm like, how do you have enough time to reply to me? That's what I was wondering. Like,
Oh, because
because you don't.
I'm
It's
part
the
of the 2-hour workday, and it
Yeah,
really doesn't. And I send extra emails too. You'll see the extra ones.
yeah.
They're extra above and beyond the ones that we give you 30 to start with. But I still create more, and that's super easy because I'm a writer, remember? So that's
Oh
easy.
yeah.
I do. But I also have really learned how to leverage ChatGPT for ideas and structure, and we can teach you some of that as well. But I also enjoy that. That's what I do. Carrie and I come from that training background world, and we love to see people succeed. So when I would train, my goal was, hey, if you bought something from our company, I want you to know how to use it so it's successful and does what you want it to do. So if you bought this program from me, my goal is to make you successful, even though I'm not getting money from you. I want you to know how to use it. So yeah, I don't mind spending time on emails and all of that. And no, honestly, I put in about 2 to 3 hours a day. And then like today I was at my garden. Sometimes I take a nap. It's summer. You will see me. I will be at the pool and the hot tub all summer. I'm not putting in 10 hours a day at this, I
Yeah.
promise.
So, like a lot of it's all about the story you put out. So I don't have a story. So I mean, cause hey, if I just purchased the product, I mean, how am I going to sell anything? It's like, oh well, I'm working, I'm trying to make money, but I mean, you know,
Yeah.
it would
You
be like
have
a
a story.
Yeah,
You have a
everybody
story.
has one.
You
Everybody
have
has
one.
a story. I
You
love this
told us some of
question.
your story already. You like you like working with your hands. You know the industry you're in. You have a story. I'm telling you, you have a story.
It
You're
really
gonna
is
learn.
it's the why. So why would you want to buy this program? What is the benefit that you would see from it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
oh,
like I want to leave a legacy for my child and my grandchildren. I
There you
mean, you
go.
know, the
There you go.
market is so volatile right now.
Yeah.
My work is sporadic as a consultant and as a trainer and so forth. So I want to create an income stream that is pretty reliable. That's my goal.
Rebecca, you got it.
Got
and
it. Your
I mean,
story.
y'all feel like, I mean, y'all have been doing this. So, I mean, is this a sustainable thing? It's not something that's going to like peter out like a pyramid
Yeah.
scheme or
Oh,
nothing, is
definitely, it's definitely not pyramid. I think what you have to keep in mind is you are you're learning. So you have to give yourself grace because there's a learning curve, right? You're learning how to use ChatGPT, you're learning the framework. So you have to see it as like it's not we always say this isn't a get rich scheme. You're not going to like go to sleep and magic sales, you
it?
know?
Okay.
Like you are investing in yourself to take the time, spend 15 minutes, learn a little bit that day and just apply it to your video.
Exactly.
That's one thing I've told, like my sister tried to do everything in one day. I'm like, what? She's like information overload because that's not what the program's designed. It's
Okay.
designed for you to piecemeal it and do a little bit at a time. I
Get
mean, I'm sure
a little
Elizabeth,
bit better every day, right? A little
yeah,
bit better every
always
day.
like Elizabeth, we're all on that call together because we have like meetings to help you, you know, to help each other. We collaborate and come up with ideas. And we were like, oh my gosh, yeah, like I think Mary told me something, I was sharing something, Elizabeth, she's like, that's a good idea. I didn't even think of that, you know, so we're always learning something new. That's the really cool
And
thing about this.
I would say this, Dean, to answer your question. When Carrie and I first started, I said, you know what? If I could make X amount, like I was interested in a little bit of money just to add to what my husband has in disability so we wouldn't like be eating up our whole savings. And then I quickly changed that goal to no, I see what people are doing with this program. And then it was like, oh no, I'm gonna go above and beyond that six figure, and so I jokingly, but not really jokingly, I'm deadly serious, and it may take me 3 or 4 years to get there. I call myself Millionaire Mary now because I see how these four income streams can turn into more and more and more. And even now, like with my writing, I'm bringing in more money every month with my writing because I know how to promote it better. And I use my writing also to get leads for people to come to this business. So it's all kind of like a snowball effect. So my husband will say something and he'll go, well, Millionaire Mary would do this. And I'm like, you're right, she would. So let's live in that persona because I'm with you, Rebecca. I mean, it's just for me, it's not like I don't want to go buy a Porsche. I could care less about material things. I live in a tiny home, okay? And but for me, I don't want to be 79 years old living in my kid's basement, okay? Like I want to be able to do those things for my kids. And at Christmas when my son was like, "What happens if you run out of retirement?" I was like, "Oh crap, he's worried about me." He's worried about himself. I said that's not going to happen. And so, no, I don't think that this would ever peter out. And even if anything changed with this program, which I don't see it changing because Michelle is a multi-millionaire, she's not going to give this up. I think there would be someone else to take it over. And I also think you could transfer these skills to anything else that comes along online. But I just think anybody who's not investing some time and education into these skills is definitely going to be left behind at some point. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I definitely don't have those skills. Now, I mean, I don't know. I kind of do like who said was that is that who said it was their husband just scrolls on TikTok to watch funny videos and stuff. Yeah,
Mine
that's
is too.
kind of. I mean, that's actually kind of how I come across this digital thing. But it
That's a
come up
lot of
somehow.
people. Mhm.
I mean,
But so I don't know. Like I'm sort of like that. I don't. I mean, I don't want to be driving a Porsche, Ferrari. I mean, hey, it'd be nice, right? But
yeah,
I'm pretty down to earth. But I like my time. That's what I like.
yes,
And
me too.
I
The thing
mean,
that's appealing to, for me, the thing that's appealing about this, now especially that I understand it better, and I kind of been, sitting in the background just watching and listening periodically. Carrie, I see a lot of your uh, TikToks that pop up, but I like the idea of something empowering me, giving me the tool set that I need. And I just, to give an example, I'm sitting here tonight in South Carolina also. I'm
okay.
at the beach. I'm at Ocean Lakes Campground where we have a house here, which we've owned for 20 years. And we rent it out in the summer to offset the land lease that we pay to Ocean Lakes, which gets to be insanely ridiculous as time goes on. It's almost up to
Oh yeah.
$8,000 a year now. It's crazy. So I'm trying to sell my house right now. If anybody wants to buy the house, I just did the downside marketing on that though, because who would want that? But anyway, my point is I want to try to empower myself with the tools that a lot of people our age do not have. And I'm probably the oldest person in the room. I'm 66. And I deal with a lot
Elizabeth's
of
got you beat.
okay.
I'm 73.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna catch you real fast.
Yeah.
But there are people who, like, when they'll call us about our beach house, who don't use the internet. I don't even know how they found our number, and they don't have email. And I'm like, how are you functioning? But I'm thinking all of this is happening so fast with Chat GPT and all the AI that is taking over everything. And I'm thinking, I mean, I have a decent tool set with that now, but I really need to up my game if I'm going to stay, even just being able to function in the real world. So
True. Very
I'm
true.
just thinking this would be a good avenue. Why not learn more skills? And hey, if I could make some money doing it, that'd be good. That's kind of where I am with this.
I
Yeah.
had my own business for like 21 years and, went away between the 2010 financial crash and COVID. And there I was at 69 with nothing. What was I going to do? I did go work at Publix grocery store, but that killed me, for little money. And I just thought, there's got to be something better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that, and I use that as my story. And, this friend I saw, we used to be in multi-level marketing together. And I saw this little snippet that she was on Instagram. It said something about a 2-hour workday. And I said, well, what are you doing? Are you in another MLM? And she says, no, just look at this. And I did. And, it's exactly what I needed because at my age, I needed something that I could follow and somebody could teach me because it was completely different than what I had. I had my own manufacturing and all that kind of stuff. So it's just, it's been awesome. I can't,
So
it's just.
what is excuse my ignorance, but what is a MLM? I saw that on in the community today that said you couldn't mention that on TikTok or something. Is that like a pyramid thing?
Yeah.
What is
Multi-level
MLM?
marketing.
What is that old one that's been
Oh,
around forever, the
multi-level marketing.
beginning?
Okay.
Amway.
Oh,
It's,
yeah.
Uh,
that's what
Our
that is.
previous Secretary of Education, under the first, and I don't want to make anybody mad, but under the first Trump administration, that's where her wealth came from. Amway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was the Amway princess.
But the thing about multi-level marketing is that you really have to put significant time and money
Money.
reach that level. So I have a really good friend who was successful with the oils, and she was bringing in, a nice salary, more than she had ever made as a teacher. But boy, I watched her work her little tushy off, traveling and doing shows and training and on social media. And I thought, this is exhausting. And not only that, she purchased so much product because you have to
Oh,
sustain
yeah.
a level, and she burned out, and now she doesn't even do it. She's completely burned out. So when I heard this, I thought,
She
well,
said, don't Tara," instead of do Tara.
yeah, it was it was the other one, and which I
Yeah.
love the products. I just didn't want anything to do with that much work. So for me, like I said, that 2 hour workday. Now, in the beginning, maybe it takes you 3 hours and you feel a little frustrated because again, you're learning new things, but we help you master that 2 hour workday. So I literally have now, like Carrie says, she does some this time of day, this time of day. Basically, I hit it all in the morning, then I work on my other stuff. Then I go to the pool or the garden. And then later I come back and I play on TikTok, basically. And for me, it doesn't feel like work. I don't have stress in my shoulders. I'm not grinding my teeth at night anymore. I don't have to put up with anyone's BS because I can do whatever I want. It's my business. I can put as much time into it and work anytime I want. So, but you see the people represented here. I didn't even have a TikTok account when I started. Elizabeth is, 73, and she's doing it, and she's doing a good job
Great.
with.
And
She's
you're
doing a
doing
good
great,
job.
Oh
Elizabeth.
gosh,
Does not give herself enough.
just saying it is just like, oh my gosh, how did
Well,
I
I
get?
can't believe that, number one.
I know you look so young, and I know
I
it's
can
not.
I
Really
did not.
do. You look very
I know.
young.
Thank
Wow.
you.
I know.
It's,
And
it's
Elizabeth needs help. She asks for help, and we
Yeah.
help her.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know. I really appreciate. I know y'all not making nothing off of this, but I appreciate your time and
Yeah.
because I like when I work 12-hour days. I work from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And
Wow.
it's what they call 3-2-2-3. You work 3, you off 2. You work 2, you off 3.
Okay.
So I'm pretty much working every other Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Right.
And the thing about, and I guess this would probably be part of my story one day if I could make something out of it. But I like my time off. But at 58, I mean, I like to exercise, work out, play disc golf, and
Yes.
try to stay active. But darn, man, when I get home after that third 12-hour day on Sunday, Monday morning, I don't want to do nothing,
Right.
And then when I do work out, man, I'm fatigued at work. I mean, and I
Right.
got to go 12 hours, and it's not. I mean, we operate machines and work on them, but a lot of times we're just chasing one alarm after another,
Yeah.
running, going 50 feet over there to, check on that machine, and then turn around and then they may come up, and I mean, you got time off because you got the two, and I mean, one good way to look at it is you're off every other weekend, but Durham. And then when somebody's out, they come and want you to work 12 hours, you know? So it's like that 3 day may end up in a 4 day. So,
Mhm.
I mean, that's what I hate about it. I mean, I get paid good. I mean, the company's good. We got insurance, but man, I was like, man, I just can't, I got to find something else. I was like,
Yeah.
I can't continue to do this until I'm 60,
Right.
whatever. Cause I mean, my goal was 62, but who knows with the economy and stuff, you know, who knows what's going to happen.
Yep.
So even at that, I mean, I'm still looking at trying to do something, even if I don't, you know, if it don't take the place of my regular job, because I don't, you know, like I say, yeah, I'm looking forward, honestly, more to retirement than I am, you know, trying to buy up things.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've done. I mean, I haven't had the best in the world, but I mean, I done tried all the hobbies and spent all the money on stuff. You know, I mean, I'm content with what I got. I mean, I don't need. I mean, I don't need nothing. I might want to take a trip or something, but
Yeah.
you know, as far as a car or a boat or something, I can do without all that.
Well, Clyde, the beauty of this is that you get, with those 2 hours a day, you just kind of work it into whatever your schedule is. Like, you could do, 20 minutes in the morning and do like a couple of quick videos or something like that. And then, maybe read, do some study in your lunch break or however it's broken up. You don't have to do it all in 2 hours.
Mhm.
Okay.
And the other
Right.
thing is, Dean, I'm going to tell you what Michelle would tell you. Every single thing that you said right now is what you would say in your videos.
That's right.
And
Be
then
the
you would say,
story.
I found this 2-hour workday that's going to help me.
Retire.
That's going to help me do whatever your goal is. Okay.
Right.
And Michelle tells you when you are learning, that's all you're doing. You're just telling your story. You're just sharing,
Yeah.
like, oh, I just started
Mhm.
this program. You'll be on your break. I just started this program. I'm so excited to start it. Like, literally, that's what your videos are at the beginning of your journey.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Learn,
but
you're
I'm
applying, you know?
I'm sorry, Carrie, but
Yeah, you're
what I was like, I thought like with your story, like how can I have a story if I haven't made anything? Like you and Mary and Elizabeth and Rebecca, I mean, y'all making money, so yeah, you can say, oh yeah, I'm making money, but me, I'm just starting out. So how do you get to that
Right.
point to where you can say, hey, I'm making money, you know? Or, I mean, so you just start from the start, I guess.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
because we all started with nothing. When we started, we hadn't had a sale yet. And all I did was tell people about the potential, and we share other people's stories. So I'll be like, you got to hear Victoria's story. She was broke, credit card debt, her husband was deployed, they were renters, and she started this program, and now literally she's making, um, she just paid cash for her house, right?
Yeah.
Oh, hi. Okay, Rebecca. Thanks for
Hi,
coming. Thank you.
thank you.
Nice meeting you.
See you,
Nice meeting you
Rebecca.
too,
Be in
Dean.
touch, Rebecca. You
Yeah.
let me know
Okay.
if you have more questions.
All right. Thank y'all so much. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. So literally what you're doing is helping people see their why. And even now when you see me on my lives, I never talk about how much money I've made. I don't say I've made X amount of money. It's kind of like I know people do it, but I always feel a little cringy about it. Feels a little, I'm just from that generation that you don't you don't ask
Oh
people how much
yeah,
they're
yeah,
making, you know?
yeah. Because
It's
I
a
don't.
little cringy. I will
I'm like
say
you.
that I've,
Because I was
yeah, you
thinking
know.
I don't even know if I want to get over there and tell somebody if I made what I made. I mean, you know.
And like, Michelle always says too, half the time people won't believe you anyway. They'll just be
Oh,
like, nah, you didn't really make that. So I share other people's stories. I paint a picture. I say why I'm doing it. And again, for me, I'm like you, Dean. It's about the freedom. Like when I was at my garden today and I was just like, I am so glad that I have the freedom to do this. I can invest in my health. I could do the things I love. When I was at my job, it was like I'd walk away from the computer at 5 o'clock and the day was over. So there was no gardening, there was no swimming, there was no kayaking, there was no hiking, and I have eons. oodles of regret of all the time I gave to my career before. I was talking to my son about that today. So for me, it's the time, but I can
Yeah.
still in some money. And it's like I said, but for me, it's the time freedom. So everybody's going to be a little bit different of what they want out of the program. And that's what you talk about.
Okay. I I mean, I think that's that's about all oh, the other question, there was one other question. Y'all mentioned PayPal and all, but what type of route can you go as far as getting paid? I mean, do you have to use PayPal, or is there other, or what avenues do y'all use?
So the system, the instructions will come with two avenues, PayPal and Square. And Square is what allows people to make installment plans if they want to do installment plans, which a lot of people do because a lot of people want the $900 program, but they don't have the 900. So the installment plans, but all of that is, and it's super easy to just create a PayPal business account. It's not going to be a personal account, it'll be a business account. And
Okay.
protect you. And then you connect it into the system where you take the payments. And all of that training is in there step by step. But again, if you are even uncomfortable doing that, we can help you get all that set up. I helped Elizabeth with her upgrade just last month, right? Elizabeth, and I helped her with her Square links and all of that. So we can help you with that. But and then the only system we don't recommend anymore is Stripe. People have a lot of issues with Stripe, so we stopped using that. So it's
How do I,
PayPal and Square.
Okay. So you wouldn't, that's not something you would link your bank account to.
Yes, but you probably would want to have like a maybe a separate bank account from your personal, like a
All
business.
right. Oh,
So
so you would use your bank account, but that's PayPal's the in between.
yes, PayPal
Okay.
takes the money. PayPal takes the money, Square takes the money, and then they take their little fee and then they put it into your bank account.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
All right. And that's the business. That's not the personal you talking about.
I would recommend business, keeping everything separate,
Is
I
it?
have business
I
pay.
imagine. I imagine it's easier to keep up with as far as like income, tax, stuff like that. There.
Right.
Um.
And then when you do your taxes, you'll just be like, okay, here was my expense. I invested in this program for $900. I bought this website for 39. Here's the sales that I brought in. And I just keep a spreadsheet and give it to my tax guy and he figures it all out.
Okay.
Because everything that you do then would be even your use of your cell phone, even the use of your, if you bought a new laptop, your internet, all of that becomes a tax deduction under your business.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean,
Mhm.
I figured probably. I mean, I didn't think about the internet or the
Oh
Wi-Fi.
yeah. I submit
Uh,
my cell phone, my internet. I bought an office desk. I bought a keyboard. In anything that I invest in the program, anything additional that I want to do outside the program, any kind of training, teaching, I put all that under my business account.
okay. Um. Oh, I saw. As far as like mentors and trainers, would I be required to be a mentor? Not to saying I couldn't be, but I mean, I don't know if I'd be good at that.
No. So unlike network marketing where you have to train your people under you, you don't have to do that. So as people come in, you are not, you're not
But
required to train them. You will direct them to the community,
okay,
and those mentors in the community, the live training, they can do all that training in there. Carrie and I, that's just what we like to do.
It's
So
not,
that's why we
it's
made
not,
our own community.
yeah, exactly. It's not like a typical, most people don't do that a lot. There's people with communities, but the majority of people in the community, they don't mentor others,
Yeah. Yeah.
I, I mean, I think what y'all are doing is great because, but I mean, I wouldn't want to be like trying to get somebody, you know, or have a lead and say, you know, okay, you can get in the legacy program, but then like, could I direct them to somebody else? Hey, this person's going to give you the training and stuff you need, or they'll mentor you, or do I mean, because it's like,
You could always invite them to our community and stuff, and they
yeah.
could come to these Q&As like you are.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But all the training is all the
Yeah, all the
training is
training's
there for
Okay.
them.
Training
Okay.
is there. They're all live videos, and then when there's like a live Zoom, there's a couple Zooms. There's tech support Zoom, so if you have any questions, you can go in there. They'll even sometimes get into your computer and fix it or do whatever.
Mhm.
It's pretty fascinating.
Yeah,
But
you're not responsible for a customer unless you want to help them, you know, or you can help them or whatever, but you're not responsible. And a lot of people don't even want that. We've had sales where people are just like, never hear from them again. I'm like, okay, go for it, you know.
Well, I mean, I mean, even though I don't think I'd be interested in being a mentor, I would feel bad. Like, I don't want to like just drop somebody. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like if I bought the program from you, you seem like y'all nice enough and all to help me get to doing what I want to do if I needed you.
Right.
But I mean, I guess I just want to take care of the other person. You know what I'm saying? Like if they make that sale, I'd hate for them, you know, not to be able to train them or something. Say, hey, maybe, you know, I guess you just invite them to a community or say, hey, they have people that could train you or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
you could
We
just
have
guide
trainings
them.
every
Yeah.
single day. We have interactive trainings and six-figure mentors doing calls and stuff all the time in the community.
And
So-
literally, yeah, once you get into the program, it'll literally say, welcome, start here.
Yeah,
And
there's
that's
like module after
okay.
module after module after module. There's with the legacy, there's like 192 modules, you know.
Now, Elizabeth, I heard you say you talked about like live video. I guess something like this, like Zooms and
Yeah.
So what if what if I can't make that? Like if I'm on a 12-hour shift and I can't make that live
They record them.
training or whatever.
Yeah, they record them so you can go back in and look.
they
Oh,
record
okay.
Yeah.
and there's a whole library of recordings. Quite
Yeah.
honestly, I usually never go back. I just attend the ones I can. If it was something I really wanted to see, but don't worry about going back to like 9 months ago, because everything changes anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So it'll feel like, wow, I have to do all this, but no, you really don't.
No,
And
I think I got 50 of the out of the 190, but I need to do more.
yeah, but there's always something new to learn. I saw
Yeah.
that Cindy popped in. I didn't know if Cindy, if you have any do you have any questions at all?
You have to unmute.
Yeah, I hope I didn't detour anybody from joining.
No, you're fine.
Oh, she said I'm here. Yeah, if you have any questions, Cindy, let us know, okay?
Yeah, just let us know. But yeah, no, I had a ton of questions at first too, and I was going back and forth with my friend, and we got in a Zoom call, and you know, because I think it's just it is a different type of program that we're used to. But once you get into it, you're going to be like, wow, this is really neat. One of my favorite people in our community, her name is Mindy. She always says that this is a movement. And I really like that. I don't know. Like I was born in 1965, but I still like to think I was part of the hippie movement because I had older I like the idea of being part of a movement. You know, like we're going to change the way people go into their retirement years. We're going to change the lives of people. So Carrie doesn't have to get to be my age and go, man, I've worked my tail off and my kids are. I want Carrie to be able to stay home with her kids and enjoy them instead of having regret like I do, or like Dean, like you, like my husband would work those 12-hour days and then just come home and he would be, you know, especially the older we get, let's be honest, we don't have that energy. And I'm thinking,
Yeah.
who made up this, we have to work till we're 67.
I know.
Who made that up? How in the world can I keep up this pace till I'm 67?
Oh man, I saw something on Google News where Denmark moved theirs to like 74.
Because they don't want to pay the people.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, oh, I'm glad I don't live there.
That's crazy because they've got, so Cindy says, I can't figure out how to get my face. So Cindy, there should be a little button that says video. And if you click on that, I don't know if you're on your phone though, it might look different. Yeah.
Okay.
I like the idea that people in their 50s, 60s, and 70s can do this program and we don't have to work till the day we die. That's what I like.
Yeah.
But hey, I really appreciate your time. I mean, I can't promise you I'm gonna join. I'm trying to convince my wife.
I
But,
see. Yeah, I got you.
So and I got a couple other. I got some questions I want to ask. Some my financial plan and all, because
Okay.
just about opening a separate account and stuff. But
Sure.
Mary, you will know when I decide, because I'll hit you up.
All right. Well, let me know if you have any
Um,
other questions and if
but-
you want to,
and I'll hang around the community some, and I see Carrie's involved in that a good bit, and
yeah.
I'll just keep looking in there. But I read those emails you sent, or whether you send them to me or not, I read them. So,
Yeah, I mean,
but-
I said them.
Yeah.
I can schedule them. So,
Oh yeah, I'm good. I mean, because I see where it asks, are you tired of getting them or whatever? But I'm still interested, so I'm still getting them. So,
excellent.
but I appreciate all your time, and each one of you I met, and we'll see what happens. But
Awesome.
all right, I'll see y'all. Thank you.
It was
Here,
a pleasure
great
to
meeting
meet
you.
you. It was
All right,
great
nice to meet y'all.
All right.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
And Cindy, I know you can't, do you want to just hit that audio button? Do you have any questions for us?
I can't figure. I know
Can-
it's
can-
Oh, there we
Can
go.
you hear me?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, well, I really don't have any. I really don't have any questions. I think what I am struggling with is because I have the debt and going into debt, and I know that it's an investment, and okay, Cindy, you just need to go ahead first and do it. So, and I think another thing that I have figured out is been thinking about it really hard the past 2 days, actually, while I was at work and today, is I have that mindset, or I'm thinking, I'm not, and this is going first time I'm going to speak it, but I've done all these other things. What makes this one different, Cindy, for you to make money what you need to do to be successful? And that's more money you got to pay back. So anyway, that's what I have been toiling with thinking about today. So, and I've got the icon camera down here on it says in the start video, but when it says unable to access camera, please allow Zoom Workplace to access your camera from device settings.
It might be something in your settings.
Yeah, it might be something in your settings. Yeah. We'll figure that out another time. But I think Carrie might be a good one to just kind of give you some thoughts on that, because Carrie likes to call herself the queen of side hustles. She's tried all these other things. So
yeah, I mean, I tried. It was Viseo. It was the Color Street. It was the
I did Color Street.
Yes, yes, I did Color Street. I thought it was pretty cool, but
I loved it.
I bet you I had $500 worth of nails
Me
and
too.
and I
Cindy,
t-
me too.
and I couldn't, nobody was interested in it. And so I took pictures of every single one of them and I posted them on a Color Street Facebook and I
Yeah.
sold them for $150
Wow. I need to
and
try.
and get rid of him and got rid of them.
I need
But
to
I
do
mean,
that, Cindy, first of all.
Which
um,
Okay, let me tell you something, okay? Because this is relatable for us, okay?
yes. Oh my gosh. And then there was another one that they closed up. The dude had did that acai berry. I can't think of what his name is. He sends. I can still get emails from him, but anyway, it was before that, and then it was Viseo, and then it was the Valentis coffee, and then it was
Oh yeah, no, no, no.
oh, oh my
No,
God,
this is
and
the
I
big
just
thing
I,
about this is the big difference, okay, with
yeah.
this is why what drew me to this. Okay, number one, you are selling high quality in demand digital products. So you don't have to purchase inventory like we did with Color Street. You
Right.
don't have to make packages pretty. You don't have to go to the post office. There's no more getting 30% off of $11 product. Okay. So
Yeah.
you don't have to build your own community. I'm sure you did all this stuff because I did it. And then we had to go to these trainings and they were making money off of us because we're attending the trainings. And so it's a huge difference here. Okay. Number
Hmm.
one is the work isn't going into counting inventory. It's not going into going to the post office, getting the gas, the anxiety if you're going to sell enough to make this. My biggest year for Color Street was during COVID, and I made $600 that month, and I thought I was a baller. Okay,
You was
that
ball. You was rolling.
I was, but then after that, guess what? It went downhill, and a $600 that month that I made is one sale for this. So
Yeah,
I,
one
Hmm.
after all of
sale.
the work that I put in it, okay, I was pregnant
Oh,
doing lives,
yeah.
selling things on Facebook, okay, all of that work to make 600 in a month. I would rather put in 2-hour workday, 15-minute increments, post my little video, and go on with my day. So for me, that's the world of difference. And I have to tell you something, Cindy. One thing that I got out of this program that I never
Hmm.
thought I'd get was mindset. Okay.
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
have dramatically, and I do a lot of positive self-talk now that I did not do before. And I just believe in myself on a whole nother level because you're gonna see that you're gonna feel the energy from Michelle. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Number one.
amazing.
The
It's amazing.
mindset training, if anything, you are going to grow so much internally
Hmm.
just because you're going to feel very empowered. So there's just so many benefits to this because not only are you investing in something that can impact you financially, but it can also impact you like internally, like
Right.
the skill
Well,
set.
I think that's one of the things that I need the most is because I have lived paycheck to paycheck basically all my life that I've been out on my own. And I have had to work hard.
Yeah.
And I have done without, oh my gosh, have I done without? And living arrangements and stuff like that. Nobody would, well, I wouldn't say nobody, but it was like I lived in a one room of a trailer, and luckily it had a bathroom, so I didn't have to go in the rest of it. And it was just ridiculous. But I mean, it's just, and everything that I've tried, it was like, what is it? Am I cursed, or is it something what is it that I can't? The only thing that I have done is when I went to school and graduated and got my RN, finished my school for RN and passed my exam. And that's like, okay. But then I realized, working this past, year in the hospital, I'm thankful for the $38 an hour that I make, but it's not going to get me anywhere.
Yeah.
Not when you not making 40